All right, this is the independent practice for 10.3. We're going to find the surface area of this rectangular prism. And this one they've kind of pulled apart. So all we have to do is get the area for all these different rectangles, or square as it may be. They're all parallelograms. If we get all the surface areas, then we can, all the areas, then we can add them together and we'll get our surface area. Okay? So, let's start with this green one. It's a 35 by 14. So you take 35 times 14, and that's 490 yards squared. Now, this one right here, this also green one, is the same in measurement, so it's a 490 yards squared. Let's go over here. 14 by 14, this little blue one. 14 times 14, that gets me 196 yards squared. This blue one is also a 14, and all of these are 14 if this one is 14. Okay, so that's 196 yards squared. This one on the end here is a 35 by 14. So 35 times 14 is 490 yards squared, 490 yards squared. Now we just add them up. It's 490 plus, 490 plus 490 plus 490 plus 490. Those are my 490s. And then 196 plus 196, it gets me 2,352. The unit is yards, and it's the area, so it's squared. Okay? Number 2, they've done a similar thing. Now, this is a square. Everything is a square. So everything here is a 2.6 by 2.6. This right here is 2.6, this is 2.6, this is 2.6, this is 2.6. So every square, everything is a square. And all we have to do is 2.6 times 2.6, and we get 6.76. 6.76, 6.76, 6.76, 6.76, 6.76 km squared. Okay, so now, instead of adding them all up, I know they're all the same, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 6.76 times 6, and I get 40.56 kilometers squared. My answer is 40.56 km squared. Okay? Let's go to number 3. Now, this one, it's not all broken up, so now we're going to use the formula. And the formula for surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length, 2 times length times height plus 2 times height times width. Okay, so surface area equals 2 times, here's my length, here's my width, and here's my height. Okay, so we want length and width. 37 point, oh, nope. Gotta copy the numbers right, otherwise you're gonna get the wrong answer. 2 times 35.7 times width is 25.5 plus 2 times length, 35.7 times height is 15.1 plus 2 times height, 15.1 times width is 25.5. Okay, so let's do all the multiplication first. We're going to do this first. 2 times 35.7 times 25.5 equals 1,825 20.7 plus, and we have 2 times 35.7 times 15.1 equals 1008.14 plus 2 times 15.1 times 25.5 equals 770.1. Now let's add these all up. 14 plus 18. When you add all those up, you should get 3668.94. And so your answer is 3668.94. The unit is meters and its area, so it's squared. Okay? Big numbers. You got to be careful with all your multiplication and your addition. Okay, this one doesn't have the same big numbers. SA surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times height times width. Okay, so this first one, surface area equals 2 times the length. Let's say the length, width, height. Length of 4 and a width of 5 plus 2 times the length of 4. Oops, made a little mistake there. Oh no. Okay, let's start over. Sorry. SA equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Okay, SA equals 2 times length of 4 times a width of 5 plus 2 times a length of 4 times a height of 12 plus 2 times a width of 5 times a height of 12. We'll do all the multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 5, 40, plus 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 12 is 96, plus 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 12 is 120. So we have 96 plus 40, and plus the 120, you add all three together, you get 256. The unit is inches, its surface area, so it's squared. Okay. Number 5. The game box for video games is shaped like a rectangular prism. What is the surface area of the game box? Okay, so we want to do surface area equals 2 times length, which is this one, times height, okay, plus 2 times length plus width, plus 2 times these two, times 15 times 11. Okay, let's add all these up. 2 times 16 times 11 equals 352 plus 2 times 16 times 15 equals 480. 2 times 15 times 11 equals 330. So 330 plus 480 plus 352 gets me a total of 1,162 centimeters squared. Okay. Let's look at number 6. Martina estimates that the surface area of a rectangular prism with a length of 13.2, a width of 6, and a height of 8 is about 460. Is her estimate reasonable? Well, let's see. I'm going to make this 13 to make it simple, 6 and 8. So it's going to be 2 times 13 times 6 plus 2 times 13 times 8 plus 2 times 6 times 8. Okay, so let's do that. 2 times 13 times 6 is 156, plus 2 times 13 times 8 is 208, and 2 times 6 times 8, 2 times 6 times 8 equals 96. Let's add those together. 96 plus 208 plus 156 equals 460. And that's exactly what you got. So, yes, it is good. I did the work, and she's good to go. All right, let's look here. 7. The surface area of each shipping package. Okay. Oh, we got to find the surface area. And then we're going to, which package has the greater surface area? Does the same package have a greater volume? Explain your reasoning. So we're looking if it has a different volume. Let's do the surface area first. This one, 2 times 14 times 12. Plus 2 times 14 times 3, plus 2 times 12 times 3. This one's going to be 2 times 11 times 6, plus 2 times 11 times 8, plus 2 times 6 times 8. Let's figure out what our surface area is. 2 times 14 times 12 equals 336, plus 2 times 14 times 3 equals 84, and then 2 times 12 times 3 equals 72. We add those up. 72 plus 84 plus 336. This one is 492 inches squared. That's the surface area. Let's find the surface area for this one. 2 times 11 times 6 equals 132, plus 2 times 11 times 8 equals 176. 2 times 6. 2 times 6 times 8 equals 96. Let's add them up. 96 plus 176 plus, oh, wait a minute. 132 plus 176 plus 96 equals 404 inches squared. So which one has the greater surface area? Package A. So this one has greater surface area. Now let's think about volume. Remember how we find that volume? Volume of a rectangular prism is volume equals length times space times height. Or let's say that different. Volume equals length times width times height. So we just multiply all three of them together. So on this one, it's 14 times 12 times 3. So the volume of the first one is 504 inches cubed. And this one is 11 times 6 times 8. This one is 528 inches cubed. So B has the greater volume. Okay, greater volume. Okay? All right. So, hopefully you're getting this, how to figure out the surface area. And if you have any questions, let me know.